Hey, it's your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News back at you with what all right. Testing 1, 2, 3 in the place to be. Good morning, everybody. I hope everything is fine and Fab Tablets having technical difficulties, but we got it straight. Hope everybody is fine and Fab Tablets this morning and having a beautiful morning. Having a beautiful morning. Before we get started, we're going to go ahead and get our morning motivation together. And then we're going to go ahead and hang out like we do.
You've never looked at yourself in the mirror and said, you let you down. Until you get to that point, you let you down. Tell me what you complaining about. Winners complain. Winners want to hear themselves talk. Champions do not complain. Why? Because they're focusing on what they said they wanted to do as a goal. So the only thing you're missing now is, are you willing to get up and do the work? Well, we gonna complain, y'all. We gonna work. You have a chance to control your destiny. That, my friend, is the American dream, not a Cadillac. I need you to give you your best. Come on, I'm pleading with you. Look, I'm gonna say it one more time. I need you to give you your all. I didn't say your kids. I didn't say your spouse. I didn't say your best friend. I need you for the next 30 days to give you every single thing you got. So do me a favor, do you want it or not? The truth is, you gotta find something within. You gotta find something within, and that's gotta push you, and that's gotta elevate you, and that's gotta drive you, and that's gotta move you. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not going to work on time. I'm not putting in 120% when I'm at work. I let me down. You are a champion. Think like one. I value myself enough to give 120% or don't do it.
It's a Monday morning, man. How everybody is doing. I hope you are fine and Fab Tablets this morning, but let's find out who is hanging out this morning. First of all, it's him. It's Mike Rim. He's in the building this morning, y'all. As always, he said, what up, everybody? And good morning. Then we have my wayward son, BBO Sports TV, hashtag STN. Salute, Pops. And the Hangout. Good conversation yesterday, BBO. For sure. All things, hashtag AMC FSG is in the building. He said, blessings, hardcore boxing hangout. Hit the like button. What he said. All right. Oh, we blessed today. We got Barbara D in the house. What's up, sis? Good to see you. Hope all is fine and Fab Tablets and you're doing well. She said, good morning, Jay, and the Hangout. Good morning to you as well. G Peasy, right hand man. What you got going on today, baby boy? He said, yo, what it do? My hardcore family. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? What you got to say about them? Fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah, y'all got out of there on the skin of y'all teeth yesterday, didn't you? I ain't say nothing. Mike Grimm said another flat-footed opponent won't have a chance. You're right. Boogerman in the building, the professor, what it do? Tommy Dread, it's me, Coach Tommy. Okay, he switched up on us, but he's still in green. He's still a membership. He said, good morning, or good morning to you, Tommy. Macau B in the building. Say, Al Booger, what up, champ? Yes. Oh, y'all salute Jay and the Hangout and the hardcore family. Thank you. Tyrese White is in the building. What it do? Good to see you. Been a little minute. minute, though. Glad to see you in the building for sure. All right, look like we talked to everybody that we can see. Let's talk to the invisible crew. Shout out to my mighty warriors. You know who you are. The ones that like to watch. Watchers, man. What's up to the watchers, man? Shout out to the Peekaboo community, man, for sure. Yes, indeed. We appreciate your viewership for sure. Yes, indeed. One more time. Yes, indeed. Good to see you. For sure. Yes, indeed. Who else we got in here? Look like the mayor walked in the door. I know I just seen the mayor. I don't know why it's not showing up on my phone. But the mayor, I'm pretty much sure I just seen on the screen. Shout out to the mayor of the Hangout, man. Kareem Hassan. He said, Grand Rising, my family. No complaining. It's about that work that you are doing. Keep it pushing. Appreciate it. Keep it pushing. We got a new person in the building. We got Sosa Ribeiro. Sosa Ribeiro. I'm sorry that I pronounced it incorrectly. I feel like I'm pronouncing saying it incorrectly, but we want to welcome Sosa to the Hangout. We just a bunch of hardcore degenerates that get together, talk about this beautiful sport we love called boxing. We only got one rule around here, Sosa: no hitting below the belt. I mean, we don't talk about nobody mama up in here. Other than that, everything else is fair game. We want to welcome Sosa Ribeiro to the Hardcore Hangout. His first chat is SEMA. I'm not sure what that means, but maybe he'll switch it over to English to let us know what that means. But I prayed for you to be here. I said, God, I want to see some new people today. And there go one right there. My prayer has been answered already. Yes, indeed. What up? What it is, what it shall be. Barbara say, Jay, I'm good. I've been on vacation. You lucky angel, you. Yes, indeed. I definitely need to get one. But I don't see one in the foreseen future. Yes, indeed. I'm on grind mode right now, so I don't think that a vacation, maybe a quick one though. You know, one of them 3 days. You know what I mean? A Thursday to Monday, something like that. I get a quick one in, but other than that, I'm on grind time right now for sure. Yes, indeed. But yeah, good to be back in the hangout, man. Good to see you all. You see what the topic and title is. Virgil Ortiz said, Hey Crawford, I'll come see you at a buck 60. What the business is. Yeah, Ortiz will get the same thing Canelo got for sure. And a paycheck to go. But he definitely ain't messing with Crawford. Yeah, Crawford is definitely on his A game, man, and I just don't think he want to see Crawford at this point, man. I think it'd be real bad business. First of all, I feel though that Virgil Ortiz is definitely what's the word I'm looking for? Made for Crawford. Yeah, he is definitely made for Crawford, man. Mike said, man, he's flat-footed for one. Uh, his IQ don't match with Crawford at all, and man, he would definitely give him the business, man. He would get the business if he got in there with Crawford, man. To be truthfully honest, I personally would like to see Crawford go to 54, but Crawford already said that ain't happening. You know what I mean? Because that's where the real smoke at. The real smoke is at 54. At 60, you know what I mean? I can see him getting undisputed at 60 somehow quickly because I mean it's a bunch of old cats there, man. I don't know. I just well, there's a Charlo fight. Charlo's at 60, right? Yeah. Charlo's at 60. You know, and he ain't too together. You got Laura about 57. He was in my fourth grade class. Um, It's really not that much smoke. But you know, the way I look at it, I feel though that he can fight whoever he chooses to at this point, man. You know what I mean? He eliminated the dude that was carrying the crown at 68, man, the undisputed champ at 68. You know, I know that the Benavidez is have been talking plenty of cash trash about Crawford fighting David, but uh, Vomac already shut that down. Yeah, Bomac already shut that down, man. Nah, nah, nah. Come on, man. Too much weight. Way too much. It's weight classes for a reason. Well, I ain't trying to hit none of that. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to hear none of that, man. Man, that unstoppable engine called Benavidez is just something different, man. The boy don't give you no chance to reset nothing. He's just coming all day long, man. Yeah, Virgil, man. You got some boots work to deal with. Stay at 54. Get that boots work, man. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely enjoy that. Shout out to a few more peekaboos that done walked into the building. Appreciate you. Yes, indeed. Thank you for your viewership. A twin in the building, I see. He said, "Good morning, twin in the Hangout family, for sure. Good to see you." Tommy Dre said, "I noticed Boots ain't talking about moving up to 160 for Bud. God damn, has he got in 154 yet? Come on, coach." But you know what? I did think about him moving to 60 yesterday, but it's not out the rim of them not seeing that though, because his father always said I could see Boots going all the way up to 68. And that's because of the frame that he carries. He's a big kid, man. You know what I mean? He was melting himself down to 47 and leaving half of his gumption on the scale, man. You know what I mean? Even at 54, I feel though that's going to be a not so easy cut. He's a big kid and he's still growing, man, for sure. How old is he? What is he? Is he at prime age? Is Boots 29? Yeah. I just hope that he goes to whatever weight he needs to go to, especially if he's at prime age. I gotta look how old Boots is, man. Uh, Ever so lovely moderator's not here today, so if she would find that for me quickly. Doc and Lovely in the building handling her business this morning. Um, Let me see. Jerron Ennis. Somebody probably done already did it in the Jerron Ennis age. Let's see. He's 28 years old. So yeah, man, he is definitely about to if not already right there at prime. You know, 28, 29, that's prime for boxing, man. That's when you the all you can be age, man. That's that day time where you just a bull. You know what I'm saying? You're about to enter into 30 hood, you're leaving 20 hood, and man, it's the sweet spot. And him going to 54 is a perfect time for him to do that. I am definitely looking forward to seeing what Boots has for us at 54, man. Only thing I hate about them Philly fighters, man. Let me tell you, any given day, you'll get a pay-per-view match in one of them gyms, man. Cause them boys rumble in the gym, man. They're sparring, is second to none. Bring your popcorn if you're privy to see a sparring in Philly because they get down in Philly, man. That is definitely one of the gym meccas where you can really see some rumbling. Now, I'm talking women too. Man, I remember I was one time at Bosey's gym they called the Dungeon, and the women was getting it on. And my goodness, man, I was on the apron like, good Lord, were rumbling. So I mean, to be over there in Philly catching a sparring match, man, you are truly blessed to do that, man. Thank you, Mike Rim. He said Boots is 28. Yeah, man, definitely on prime time. So yeah, Virgil, I think it's nice because I don't think Virgil will fight anybody, and that's that Mexican machismo, man. You know, them Mexicanos, man. I hope I said that right, man. Yeah, I'm not trying to get canceled today, for sure. Yeah. She's definitely okay. She's definitely okay, Miss Barbara. She just had to handle some of her own business today. She chilling. Yes, indeed. Actually, she's not feeling well, so you know we definitely have to keep her in our prayers. I think she's like running a fever, so she chilling out, man, and getting some bedside manner by her man. You dig? Making sure that she is okay and everything. But nah, she's fine, y'all. She's gonna be okay. You know, we as we get older, man, we get sicker quicker. For sure. But yeah, I'm sure she's gonna just need some rest, man, for sure. But yeah, man, I hope everybody is good, man. Boxing is looking healthy. Uh Fundora, Gabrielle Fundora fought this weekend, man. Good fight, man. That girl can rumble, man. That girl can rumble. She do not play, and she be putting hands and feet on them young ladies, man. Yes, indeed. If you don't know, that is Sebastian Fundora's sister. And if I'm not mistaken, she is undisputed. And she is whipping assicles. Yeah. She is whipping assicles, man. So shout out to Gabrielle Fundora, man. I watched that fight this weekend, man. Had me a good meal, had some baked chicken and some mac and cheese and some kale greens, man. I kicked back and watched that fight, the Colossal fight as well. You dig, and both of them were winners. You dig, both of them stopped their opponents. So yeah, that was the weekend match this week, last weekend, man. But boxing, man, it's a lot of talk in all the divisions, man. I can't wait to all this stick rubbing stop and we actually catching some fires, man. You dig? I I tell you the most particular division that I want to see is the 154 division. I just want them to start a banging, man. I mean, it's a lot of talk, but we do got Boots fighting, but who he fighting, I don't know. Crawford gave up his 154 status, and Lord knows I don't know who is the guy that received his belt. Hold on, let me I ain't gonna lie. The guy that they say got his belt now, which I don't even know how that works these days. I mean, they get them belts to whoever, however they want to get them out now. Uh, what was the guy? Let me see. Let me see if I can find who this guy is that now has Crawford belt. Bear with me 1 second, y'all. It's this guy right here, y'all. Terrence Crawford officially vacates the WBA belt, handing the title to Abbas Barrio and focusing on 168-pound reign. Yeah, that guy. That guy got the belt, y'all. Big Dre in the building. What up, Big Dre? He said Grand Rising to the Hangout. Grand Rising to you too, Big Dre. Appreciate you in the building. But yeah, that guy got the belt. How many of y'all know him, man? Because you know, I ain't gonna say that I am the hardcore aficionado. But how many people know him? Mike Grimm said, "Who was that? Edie Amin?" Not Edie Amin. He took us back in. Edie Amin was from Africa, man, and he was running the spot at one time. And allegedly, they said that cat was a cannibal. Yeah, they said he was a cannibal. You crazy, Mike. Mm. I ain't never heard of that guy just now, man. Did anybody know that guy? Well, he has the belt. 154. They're like, I wish I had that sound bite. Who's that guy? I don't know. He just smiling. Yo, wait a minute. Yeah, he like, yeah, I got the belt now. Me, I got the belt. I don't know who this guy is. He looked like he could be Crawford's uncle, though. Crawford gave the belt to his uncle, man. That dude looked like he could Crawford's uncle. Hey, y'all ain't gonna get me started this morning, man. Well, I swear, y'all cannot tell me that this guy couldn't pass for Crawford's uncle, man. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, today, y'all, they having the press conference. He said Uncle Ugly. Oh Lord, you're wrong, Mike. They're having the press conference in New York City, man. It's going to be Tank versus Jake Paul, man. And I came to, at first I said I was going to that, this, that, and other. But I'm like, I got back into my hardcore hat and say, Jay, I am not going to be part of those shenanigans. They are not going to get anything from me. I'm not even going to the fight, man. At first I was going to go to the fight in Georgia, because at least I'd be able to see little sis and my daughter and my best friend, Corey. But no, I'm not being part of that, man. I remember when Mayweather had his 6 fights, on Showtime, and Conor McGregor ended up being like the last fight, or maybe he might have been the 7th fight or something like that. I'm not sure. But I was like, I'm not going to that crap, and I didn't go. And I'm not going to partake into this. Hey, get your bread. I just not going to give you my bread for you to make that bread for a fight that I'm not even interested in, which is the exhibition fight. You know what I mean? I ain't no hater, but I'm not going to spend my money to do it, though. I just can't. So, but All Access International Senior Cobb will be in the building covering the fight, the press conference. And, Senior goes live when he's there. So you'll be able to probably check it out on the Rise podcast. I supposed to have been riding with him up there, and I called him yesterday, said I'm not going. I can't go. I just can't do it, man. I can't be part of it. You did. You know what I mean? And I had credentials for it and everything. I sent it email to Most Valuable Players Promotions and said cancel my credentials for this, because I can't be part of it. I didn't say that. I just put cancel. They sent me an email back saying, thank you. We appreciate you sending that, because they can get that credential to somebody else. You know what I mean? That's interested in going. But yeah, there you have it, man. There you have it. I'm pretty much sure it will be a 3-ring circus today. Yeah. And it's open to the public as well. So if you're in New York City and you're interested in going to the press conference, by all means, show up to the Palladium. It's going to be at the Palladium. So it will be free until it's packed. And trust and believe, I believe it will get packed quickly. It will be at 5 p.m. today. 5 p.m. today. So govern yourselves accordingly, man. Govern yourselves accordingly. Look like somebody entered into the hangout. I think it's one of our foundational shorties. Being in boxing news is in the building. Say good morning to the hangout. I don't want to hear nothing about Tank. Plug your ears up because that's what we just talked about just now. Let's talk fashion. TV hashtag JBT. The super producer is in the building. What up? Hey Remo, I did my first AI thumbnail. Just trying it out. Uh, the guy looked nothing like Crawford. It was funny as hell. You dig? But I did do my first one. I ventured yesterday into my first AI-ism. Yes, indeed. He's stepping into the 2025s. What century we in? The 21st century? Entered into the 21st century. Did my first AI thumbnail. Just messing around, trying to get an understanding of AI because trust and believe AI is on its way, man. It's here, but we're just at the tip of the the bottom of the eye. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't want to be left behind, so I'm definitely going to be getting into more of the AI. I have a cousin that just a brainiac, and he has an AI marketing company. You know what I mean? Where he has this software that he has built, coded, and all that type of stuff, and he sells it to large scale businesses. You know, well, no, I won't say large scale business. Did you know small businesses is up to business making up to $50 million? Yeah. So yeah, that's that's his target. But he want me to be part of the company, man, and so I haven't gave him a yay or a nay yet. But I am getting my feet wet into AI, man, because I don't want to be left behind. You dig? And AI, I really think that technology is going to snatch a lot of jobs, man. So I think you better learn how to program it, how to prompt it, because that's pretty much what it's about, prompting it to do what you want it to do, man. You dig? So what up, y'all? What up? Twin say Remo being in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, man. But yeah, what fight is you itching to see, man? What fight? Wait, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't see anything on the horizon that wets my whistle right now at all. You dig? The Ennis fight in Philadelphia. I mean, who's that guy he's fighting, right? But I'm not mad at that because he's doing the proper way. And I'd be a hypocrite if I bash what he's doing right now. Because I'm from the old school of thought that when you enter into a weight class, you get your feet wet first. You don't just go up there and fight the baddest man in the division. Oh, Jay Crawford did it. Okay, well, he's not Crawford, and that's not their ideology, man. They want to make sure they scale themselves correctly, get all the bells and whistles down with the cut and all that. Well, he's going up in weight. It's still a cut, man. It's always a cut. These guys do not fight at their natural weight. All of them shrink down. I think even heavyweights shrink down to the optimal size that they need. Remo says, I'm itching for Earl and Charlo. You so messy, Remo. One thing about them the New Yorkers, man, they be down for the bull, man. He say, I'm itching for Earl versus Charlo. I'll be in there. I'll be watching that fight like this. I'm watching, but I'll be watching it like this, though. Yo, for sure. Without a doubt, man. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I will watch it. Mike Rim said, I second it, Remo. There go another messy one. Man, oh man. But Earl does look good physically. I just worry about the what is it, neurology? How he's functioning inside his brain. That's what I'm more worried about, man. You dig? For sure. Because that's the most important thing, man. Because I just don't want to see the kid get in the ring and get the stuffings beat out of him again, man, because he is not 100%. You did, because all the stuffing came out of him when he fought Bud, man. I mean, Bud gave him a quick little plastic surgery, man. He should have took the same time off after he had the accident, like he did after the accident with Crawford. Hey yo, I told you, I told you. See, he close to New York, Jack. Yo, that is crazy, man. Yeah, yo, he needed that rest, man. You know what I mean? I hope he get one more year, to be honest. You know, I believe that time heals everything. I believe time heals everything. So, you know, well, I guess not everything, because some things are terminal, man. You dig? And only God can deliver you from it. At least that's my belief. My belief. You dig? For sure. Yeah. So it is what it is, man. Trying to think what else we see is good talk lately in boxing, man. We're actually in a dry patch right now, man. We're in a dry patch right now because you know we came off that big hiatus with the Crawford and Canelo. So we were up like that, and then we went woo down like that. Rima said, Mike, damn right. Earl cracked into that Mack truck driven by Bud. Was it a Budweiser truck? Was it a Budweiser truck he got hit with? Yes, indeed, man. Look, Canelo experienced that same truck, man. You know what I like Canelo his answer when they asked him what was it that bothered you the most when it came to Crawford. That boy said everything. He said everything, man. I'm like, damn. You know, he wasn't even trying to sugarcoat it and everything. And I know he don't speak well, he speaks English well enough. But that brother said everything. Tim Layton said the doc seen Earl after the Bud fight and thought he was in another car accident. Hey, yo, y'all dead wrong today, man. Y'all dead wrong. Mike Rim said it was a snack truck. Oh, my goodness, man. Today is not Wednesday, y'all. It is not Friday. You know, all these shenanigans this morning. Yo. Said the dog thought he was in another. Remo say, we got a good, okay, that's right. We do have Foster versus Cool Boy. That's a decent fight, man. I ain't did my ones and twos on that. I haven't did any homework of who I think gonna win that fight. But it is a decent fight. Who's the A side? It's Foster's the A side, right? Man, if I just jumped out there, man, that's a good one. That's a good one. Mm, that's a good one. So we got good. I'm trying to think. Who? Mm, I think Cool Boy has the better IQ. I think Cool Boy has the better IQ. Foster, man, he just one of them cats, man, that reaches all the way down to the Don't say that, Jay. Don't say that. That's crazy. He straps his boots up tight and go for it, man, when he knows that he's about to lose a fight, Jack. So a guy like that is hard for me to count out, man, because he just go for broke. He goes for broke, man. You know what I mean? He gonna let it go. You dig? Thurman might get punched on by that tall brother. Nah, it ain't no might. It ain't no might. When dog gonna beat the stew out of him, as Remo say. Yeah, I like that statement. Beat the stew out of him. And Thurman's my guy, but the inactivity going against a guy that's a machine. His first time, no, it's not his first time at 54, because I believe Thurman's first fight was at 54. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Thurman's first fight was at 54. Can somebody fact track that for me? Can somebody fact track that for me? I think Thurman's first fight was at 54. So this is not his first time at 54, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody box record and tell me if I'm correct. But it's been a minute since he's been at 54. You dig? One thing about Thurman has all the IQ. He has all the IQ you need, and he definitely has a good career afterwards in boxing as a commentator. Yeah. Well, he'll be way better than Bradley. He'll be better than Ward. Um, just because his IQ is great. He has the gift of gab, and he's engaging. So he's up there with Paulie. Paulie was good for Paulie had a good IQ as well. His last fight was at 54. Okay, but I think his first fight was at 54 too. Okay, everybody said okay. So he is damn, I don't even remember him fighting at 54. He stopped Brock at 54. I don't even remember that fight, man. Yeah, but let me box record. I swear I thought Keith Thurman started and well, I guess it makes no difference because he's already been in 54, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So his feet is already wet. The guy's 31-1, y'all. He's 31-1. Let me see. He started in 2001. His first fight was at 154. They weighed in before the guy named Kensky Rodney. Kensky Rodney is the guy that he fought in Tampa, Florida. And they fought at the 154 division. And Thurman came in at 151 and a half. Yeah, he came in at 151 and a half. And looked like he was easing himself down to 47 because his next fight against Brandon Buchanan he came in at 150. He came in at 150. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see. I pushed the wrong thing. Yeah, he still came in at 150. His third fight, he fought at 150. He was 150 when he fought that fight. His fourth fight, he came down to 149 and a half. So it looked like he was easing his way down to 47. You know, his fifth fight, he was at 149. So yeah, he worked his way down to 47, and then hung out there, and that's where he caught his big break at 47 when they brought him in as a last minute opponent. And I can't remember if it was on. I think it was on HBO. I think it was on HBO when they brought him in. I can't remember exactly who he fought that day. Some of y'all brainiacs in the chat probably remember that. But and that's when the one time we first started really hearing about him, man. You did. But that's my guy, man, because I did get a chance to meet him, man, and we did have a good 45-minute chat, man. Mike Keith for sure. Yeah, but yeah, man. I just don't think that. And another thing I like about Fedora now, Fedora is using his size now. You know what I mean? He's actually used. I mean, that's a tall joker, man. Keith, when they did the face off, Keith pulled a chair up, stood on the chair, and he was still barely taller than a Fedora when he stood on the chair. yeah, he was. Yeah, he was barely still tall. He was taller than him standing in the chair, but barely. Keith was one time the most avoided. Yeah. Nobody will because Keith was smart. He had good feet. You know what I'm saying? He has good power. You know what I mean? IQ as well, ring generalship. He had it all, man. Yeah. So yeah, he was definitely. And I remember when him and I had that conversation. It was during that time where he was most avoided. And he was like, man, I wish I could just get my break, man. If, they keep talking about how I'm high risk and low reward, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, he was pouring it on, man. And I think it was a Mayweather weekend. It had to be a Mayweather weekend while I was out there. And he just kept saying that, man. I just want a break, man. I just want them to give me a chance, man. I'm excited for this fight. Keith versus the Inferno. Let's go. Yes, indeed. Yeah, the Jolly Green Giant, I feel, though, is going to be very smart. He's confident as hell. And what I love about that kid, man, he can fight on the outside now and on the inside. Yeah, so if you want to rumble, we can rumble. But he will go on that canvas. Don't get me wrong. You remember when he fought Lubin? Lubin put him on that canvas, man. Yeah, they had a little back and forth, man. You dig, but he ended up, y'all remember that Lubin picture, man. Another plastic surgery gone wrong in the ring. Yo, the before and after picture was crazy. He had definitely rearranged Lubin's face, man. Rearrangement, man. And that was his, damn. We're like, who is this guy? You dig? But he's very confident now. This grown man shit. He done got a little mustache, you know what I'm saying? Collar open like Scarface wearing the suit gang. So he's definitely walking into his own, man, and knowing himself, man. You dig? So I think that we're gonna have a good fight. Booger said, low key, I'm picking Lubin as a sleeper to beat Virgil. Okay. All right. Well, we first heard it here. There's a receipt. And if it happened Sunday morning, you'd definitely be a genius, man. Because I probably do a crow show that weekend anyway. Man, yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one, man. I like that. I like that. That's a rumble. Woo, that's a rumble, man, for sure. Man, that's fireworks. That fight right there is fireworks. Low key. Lubin versus Virgil. It starts in the first round. I'm talking the rumble, man. Yeah, rumble and a half. Hell yeah. Yeah, because they definitely gonna do their thing, man. They are gonna do their thing, man. Fedora just like Napoleon Dynamite. Oh snap, that's crazy. He dresses like Napoleon Dynamite. Look like a giraffe in a suit to me, man. Excuse me. Station break me, please. Yeah, definitely. A few interesting rumblements, man. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have the popcorn ready. Probably won't be popcorn, be barbecue Fritos. Man, I love them damn things, man. Them damn barbecue Fritos is a devil. Hey, that should be the real Lay's potato chip. Just can't eat one. Man, I be stuck on them barbecue Fritos, man. I ain't gonna lie. And shoot, they got them rascals at $5.89 a bag now, man. I gotta go to Dollar General and get them for $4.95. I know I'm damn bad on them. I know the prices and all. You did. You only get a bag like that, but man, they from the devil, man. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I be doing everything I can not to eat the whole bag in one sitting. Nasty work. I'm just gonna let you know that for sure. But yeah, man, we definitely got a few fights coming on. Nothing huge. Nothing huge. Then barbecue flavor twist the devil. Yeah. I get them if the regular barbecue Fritos ain't there. And they the devil too. You right. They the devil. I eat either one of them. They yesterday they had a sale. You buy one big bag, you get the other bag half price. But I end up getting the chili flavor ones too, man. I got the barbecue and the chili flavors, man. Did you catch Sweet Poison on Saturday? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, indeedy, man. Like I said, I enjoyed boxing this weekend, man. After me and my son, it was so funny. Me and my son went down to this mall called Rundle Mills, and the Rundle Mills Mall is huge. I mean, huge. Yeah, huge. He said I just ate a little bag. The Arundel Mills Mall is huge. So my son, it's supposed to be a factory outlet mall, but it really ain't. And we went down there, man, and we shopping and everything. And it's huge because it's just a mall, and then they got a casino attached to it, live casino, where they be doing a lot of the fights at local fights. Jetta Promotions do their fights there. We're seeing he been in the hangout before, and we went there, and man, I guess I drank too much water that day, man, while I was working. Because every minute I had to keep going back to the bathroom. It was horrible. So it was a lot of walking involved. Man, I'm gonna tell you, we walked so much in that mall, man, and we never spent the whole block in the mall. That's how big it is. The mall is huge, and so we finished doing the clothing shopping. So I said, "Hey son, you want to go get some tennis shoes?" He said, "Nah, I'm good." We got down to the movie, past the movie theater. I said, "You want to go watch a movie?" He like, "No, I'm good." The boy was tired. He was tired. He ain't want to do no more walking. He was done. He's like, "No, I'm good." Now, anytime a kid don't want those tennis shoes, some of y'all call them sneakers. I'm in DC. We call them tennis shoes, man. But and no, we don't play tennis. I don't know why we call them tennis shoes. I don't know, but I grew up calling them tennis shoes. We never called them sneakers, but that was funny. I ain't mad at you. You saving me some money, soldier. You did. So we hopped in the car, man, and shot back up home. I was like, "You want to go to the food court and get something to eat?" He like, "Nah, let's when we almost home, let's grab something then." he just want to go. He said, "I dig it. Them be some long days out shopping, man. What I tell you, man. Yes, it did. But it was good to just chill out with my youngster. That's my youngest kid, man. You know what I mean? And he just as cool as a fan, man. You know what I mean? He don't do a lot of rapping. He just be chilling, man. And that's my fishing partner. When I was growing up, when my mom said tennis shoe, We got PF Flyers. I don't know what PF Flyers are, but they sound like Jeepers Creepers. Where you get them Jeepers? That's what we call them. Them Payless shoes. Them Jeepers. You got them Jeepers on, man. You got them no name specials. Yes. Hey, Mike. I know you went fishing the other day. How things go for you? Catch anything? I gotta get out to that water, man. It's starting to really be get down to that fishing season. When that water get cold, that's the best time to do some fishing, man. We gotta start working on our fishing, hangout fishing excursion, man. The JBT fishing excursion. We need to start putting that together, man. See who want to get out there and get on that water and doing some fishing, man. Mike supposed to be putting that together, so hopefully we can get that together. I guess like maybe October or November. You know what I mean? Where it don't get too cold, but yet that water is fine, and maybe we can catch some of them stripers. You know what I mean? Some of them big boys, man. I want some rumbles. Booger said we used to call them skippies or skips for short. Them skippies. Them Jeepers Creepers. Where you get them Jeepers? Man, let me tell you something. You don't want to show up in a DC public school with Jeepers on, man. That's a fight and a half. You might as well just put your book bag down and punch the first person that come around you, Jack, because it's inevitable that you're going to be in a fight by the end of the day. DC is not a place to play around when it comes to fashion, Jack. You got to always be on point, man. About time we was in high school, man, we were going to school wearing silks. We were wearing silk shirts and everything. That was that Scarface era, man. You had to have the silk shirts, you know what I mean, the slacks and the French Shriners. You had to have that, man. You know what I'm saying? We slide in school with a suit on, man. We was all business. Look, all of us was all in there, professional rock slangers. Lord forgive me. But we all was in there, man. I'm gonna tell you, my high school, I kid you not, was a school to teach you how to be a hustler. Everybody in the whole damn school was hustling, man. We had strips on different floors. I kid you not, man. I can't make this up, man. You know what I mean? I had third floor. It is crazy, man. You can come up on the floor and know what's being sold on that floor. Okay, this is the weed floor. This the boat floor. This is the nose candy. Oh my goodness, man. That was that Rafer era, man. If y'all anybody know about Rafer, man. Rafer Edmonds, man. He was the kingpin of DC. And this guy was like a half a billionaire. Yeah, slacks Al Booger. And we had them redone where the bottom of them are their contour. You know what I mean? So, you know, they like how the youngins do their clothes now. They were kind of contour. But we were definitely wearing the French Shriners. You know, that was a shoe that had like this horn as an emblem on it. And the Scarface silks, man. We had them all in different colors, man. You had to have that on, man. You came in there, man. Shoot, we was killing them. We was killing them. Right. Hey, Tim, we had that the boat floor. That was my floor. None of that wacky weed, that butt naked, man. That was crazy days back then, man. I don't know. I keep saying I'm going to write a book saying I survived DC, and that was going to be the name of it, because I really need to write a book about that, man, because DC growing up in the 80s was treacherous, man. So many people got unalive. It was crazy, man. I got shot at 16 right here. It went in right here. The bullet enlarged right here, man. someone that came on the strip and was trying to rob us. Well, they robbed a few of us on the strip. They didn't get me, but I got the bullet. I was the only one that got shot. And because I wasn't trying to give it up, I was one of them stupid niggas, man. You dig? But after he shot me, I took off. Bam! Took off after I got shot, yeah. And I just knew they was gonna come behind me and finish me, but that didn't happen, man. And thank God it didn't happen. I wouldn't be able to be telling this story right now. But yeah, it was crazy times like that, man. And that wasn't even the first time that I was shot at, man. You know, it's been other times that has happened, man. So, you know, you never know when you're, put it this way. We didn't believe that we'll make it to 21 in DC. Too many of the people that we knew just was unalived, man. Every week we'll come to school, you know, Shawty out of here, man. Yeah, every week. You know what I mean? DC at that time was standing for Dodge City, Jack. You needed to dodge them bullets. I mean, there were courses pretty much in the hood, man. Man, when they shooting at you, you need to run like this. You know what I mean? I kid you not, man. You better run zigzags so they can't hit you, man. It was crazy, man. It was a crazy time, man, and it was a lot of money in the town. And since it was a lot of money in the town, the wolves were out, man. The cats that wasn't trying to hustle, they'll wait all day and wait for you to make the bread, and then they'll pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? So you had to keep that iron on you at all times, or not you going to be prey. You definitely was going to be prey, but then you had to worry about the jump out boys, which was the police, and them catching you with that iron on you, because you couldn't carry iron in DC, period. There wasn't no gun laws at all in DC. It was like nobody can have one. So it was a catch-22 to be out there in them days, man. But yeah, it was just crazy. It was definitely crazy times back then in DC, and I don't know how the hell we got to that. We went from tennis shoes to unalivement just that quick. That's the hangout for you, man. That is definitely the hangout for you. You said, "Oh my little style." Yeah, man. That was yeah. The wolves were out there heavy, man. The wolves were out there heavy, and the setup game was terrible because you was being set up by the chicks, man. Because you know the chicks, they was the ones that was hanging with the cats that had the bread. So we at the hotels and this, that, and the other, the shows and everything. It was a go-go every weekend. You know what I'm saying? And they'll see cats that got a lot of money. They might be at their crib and see him hit his safe and stuff like that. And they go back and tell the wolves. She hook up with the nigga. She'll text the dude and say, "Yeah, I'm with him now." He pull up, lay everybody down, her too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the setup game was crazy, man. There was so much stuff that we had to worry about in DC, man. Getting a haircut, that was bad business. Because I'm gonna tell you, you sitting in that chair, man, they would come in there and take your whole head off, man. I kid you not. It was crazy, man. You know, you had to have a homeboy that cut hair, man, because you definitely didn't want to sit in a barber's chair in DC, especially if you was in the game. Nah, you didn't want to do that. It was crazy. He said DC cats wasn't feeling people from New York. Heard them stories. Oh yeah, not at all. Cause New York cats came down to DC, man, and cause New York cats had heavy weight, man. You know, I mean, they had the best prices. You couldn't beat them. But DC was such a treacherous town. You know what I mean? The setup game was for them as well, and anybody that was seriously in the game that was from New York that came down there, they'll let you know that 8 out of 10 of them cats went back in body bags, man. Yeah, 8 out of 10 cats went back in body bags, man. And that just the only reason why that kid from New York. What's his name, man? That they just got 2 years ago. They got rid of him on Halloween. What's the kid name, man? We all know him down in D.C., man, because he had major weight. What is that kid's name, man? He just Alpo boxes Jaguar always on his peekaboo. Appreciate that. Yeah, Alpo, man. Uh Alpo, man, he was down when he first came down there, man. We actually thought we thought he was the feds, man. He was just too good to be true. He was giving the best numbers, you know what I'm saying? He was pulling up in different whips and everything. But nah, he had just wore out his welcome in New York. And he came down south and tried his hand. And it was a couple of times they tried to snatch him, but he was slippery as a fox, man. Alpo was slippery. He was well liked. He was one of them cats, man, that was real likable, man. And when he hooked up with the kid from DC that was putting that hammer on everybody, man. I can't when it comes to names, man, it's bad, but everybody know who he is because his name is all on all social media. And if you follow Alpo and all them, but Alpo ended up snitching on him, man, and got the boy life. And they was offering Alpo life, man, but Alpo ended up snitching on everybody. Wayne Perry, look at Boxer Jaguar on it. Yeah, Wayne was no joke. Wayne was no joke. And man, yeah, that dude, real tall, skinny cat. Real tall and skinny. You know what I mean? That dude wasn't no playing. He wasn't playing. He wasn't not to be played with. He's a little older than me. Man. And I remember one of my best friends was dating not Wayne's little sister, but Wayne's man's little sister. You know what I mean? Which was older than us. She was older than us, but my man's was messing with her, and we'll be in the same room with, how you go to the hood, man. You go in the room, and it just be a bunch of niggas in the room. Very uncomfortable situation, especially when they real gangsters, man. You know what I mean? And we were too, but it's levels to this, man. You know what I mean? These guys will take you out with no, you know what I mean? Yeah, no hesitance, man. They were like, who these niggas? But yeah. That cat, man, was something else, man. But once Alpo hooked up with him, man, he had carte blanche, man. He had carte blanche. Wasn't nobody messing with Alpo once he got hooked up with Wayne. And I'm gonna tell you, I was amazed that Wayne never turned on Alpo. So Alpo must have been feeding Wayne very well because Wayne wasn't a hustler. He wasn't a hustler at all, man. He wasn't no hustler. He was that wolf. You know what I'm saying? And he had a wolf crew. Yeah, he had a wolf crew, man. I'm gonna tell you, they had unalignment classes, man, telling you how to be a wolf. Yeah, them boys was treacherous. DC was treacherous. And if you made it out of DC, you had to have some brains, luck, and God on your side. In that particular area, you had to. You did, because it was Dodge City, man, every single day. But I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna lie though. Once I got out of jail and came to Baltimore, I realized that Baltimore was one big Southeast DC. If you know what Southeast DC, that's like the worst part of DC. Baltimore was just one big Southeast. Man, they called us the murder capital. And that's because DC is so small. You did. Baltimore, Maryland is huge. It's big, right? And when I got here, every single day I was listening to the news, and someone was being unalive. And it wasn't just people, regular people. It was cops, everybody. I ain't gonna lie. This town is not to be played with, man. These guys here, I kid you not, are one step from Cro-Magnon. Baltimore cats, they don't do a lot of talking or none of that. You know what I'm saying? But if he tell you that he gonna unalive you, you better move. Because 9 times out of 10 it's gonna happen. Baltimore is a serious town. I'm gonna let you know that. Baltimore, I've been here since '97. I don't live in Baltimore. I live about 30 minutes away. But it's a serious town, man. They don't play. So that wire stuff and the corner and all that stuff that you see on television, that's a small piece of it, Jack. Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep it like that. And this coming from a guy that comes from DC. Okay, Baltimore is not a place to be played with. Sonica Blade, what up, girl? What you got going on? UK in the house for sure. All right, y'all, let's go. That's enough for street talk, man. I told you, I probably need to do a channel doing talking about stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you, man, just growing up in DC, I came off the steps at 8. You know what I mean? I came off the steps at 8. You know what I mean? So you can only imagine the stories that I had from there. Laugh out loud. See why I ain't coming out there? Laugh out loud. No. Hey, but one thing about the difference between DC and Baltimore. Baltimore, they don't bother you. Yeah, they don't bother you. You there? I've been here I never had a problem, knock on wood, with anybody. And I remember living in the halfway house, man, and I started my business venture, going to New York, buying clothes, coming back, and I turned my room in the halfway house to a store, and I sold clothing and watches and stuff to the cats there. Once I got big enough and had enough stuff, I used to take this big ass duffel bag like this, like one of them army duffel bags, and it was this cat in the house. He was like 6'5", something like that. I nicknamed him 6'9". Him and I was cool. And me and him used to walk the cities of Baltimore, man. He was a young cat. And we used to walk the streets of Baltimore with the big bag on our back and going to all the hoods and just selling stuff, man, selling clothes and everything to everybody. Never had no problems, man, because for people smell scaredness on you. You know what I mean? Real ninjas smell when you're scared. You know what I'm saying? You know, we weren't scared, man. You know what I mean? We had a mission, you know what I mean? And eventually went from that clothing, selling them clothing. Then I got a stand down this place called Lexington Market, where I started selling watches, man. I was selling watches, you know what I mean? And I did that for a couple of years, man. I learned how to repair watches and, just tinkering around with them. And from there, man, one day I just said, man, I can't be out in this cold no more. And I end up opening up, well, it's supposed to be a watch store, but it ended up turning into a jewelry store because I started selling jewelry, and jewelry, people like shiny things. So I was selling jewelry, and it turned into a jewelry store. And then people started coming to me and saying, hey, man, can you fix jewelry? And, you never say no. I said yes. So I used to go down to that same mall I told you about, Arundel Mills, and it was this Mr. Kim. I think Mr. Kim was Korean. I think he was Korean or Vietnamese. And Mr. Kim repaired jewelry. So he it's called trade work, where when a business brings their jewelry to another business, it has to get repaired at a cut rate. So Mr. Kim used to fix my jewelry, and I'll take it back and upsell the price to the customer. From there, one day, Mr. Kim said, you need to go to school yourself. You need to learn how to fix jewelry yourself. I'm like, man, get out of here, Mr. Kim. Go ahead and do that yourself. It got to the point, I'm not fixing your jewelry no more. You go to school. You go to school. He gave me information of this school called Stewart's International School of Jewelers in Jupiter, Florida. And packed my bags, and I went to jeweler school, and I learned how to be a jeweler. You know what I mean? And even it was so funny. I went through all the classes and everything, casting and setting diamonds and all that stuff. And I got back and I was still afraid to repair jewelry because I didn't want to mess the customer's jewelry up. So for a couple of times I kept it, went down. I thought you go to school. I did, Mr. Kim. I just got so much. Just do this for me. But eventually he just wouldn't do it no more and made me start repairing the jewelry. I had bought all the equipment, the jeweler bench, the hat, and I end up opening up a jewelry store, man, and then opened up a second jewelry store. And then 9/11 came around, man, and I don't know if it just nobody was getting nothing done. Nobody was spending no money. It was just crazy, man. And from down there, it just went down, man. Ended up selling it and getting out of that, man. But yeah. I always said if you want to come up quick, move to Baltimore. Because I feel though that the town was a little slower than DC. Because DC is a fast pace, fast city slickers and everything. And Baltimore was slow for me. I'm not calling Baltimorean slow by no fashion, but it was a slower town for me. You know what I mean? So I was able to move quickly and move up quickly, man. And I think moving to Baltimore, which I didn't want to do, but that's where they sent me, was the best thing that happened for me. Yeah, horologist. Horologist. I do it all, man. You know what I mean? I'm a horticulturist too. I grow things. Yeah, so yeah, man. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. That's what I always say. It ain't nothing that I can't do, I believe. I said the only reason why I'm not president of the United States because I didn't want to be. You dig? And I believe that in my mind. You know what I mean? And you got to have a mindset like that, man. You know, I believe I can do anything, but I gotta want to do it. You know, I gotta want to do it, man. And if I want to do it, man, I'll take off with it. I'll take off with it, and I'll be successful with it, man. I done had dollar stores, cleaning company. I done did it all. I done did it all, man. I don't know how many businesses in life, man, but I get bored. You know what I mean? I get bored, man. And I always keep asking God, what am I here for? What do you want me to do? You know what I mean? And I still ask that question. I'm gonna be honest, man, because sometimes I think I know, then sometimes I'm like, I don't know if that's it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think I'm still waiting for that. But you know what? I do. I know I'm here to help people. I like helping. You know what I mean? But you sometimes you get bitter from that. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to get past that because if you're doing it and it's from the heart, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to realize, hey, man, you did that from the heart. So however they respond or however they did you, it's on them. And that was a tough thing to learn, man. You know what I mean? Especially when it's people that's real close to you. You know what I'm saying? And you know that you done willing to do anything in the world for them. You know what I'm saying? So you end up getting this harsher still, where you just don't want to help. You know what I'm saying? But inside wants to help. You know what I'm saying? So then you have a struggle inside. I'm talking real stuff right now, man. You have that struggle inside because you don't want to be taken advantage of or this, that, and the third, So life is crazy, man. But I'ma live while I'm on here transparent with you on. So as I learn them, I'm gonna drop them. You did? I'm definitely gonna drop them off on you, man. And I do know I'm supposed to be on a platform on YouTube. What I feel God is gonna use it for, I have no understanding yet, and He hasn't downloaded that to me because He's still purging things off of me. You know what I mean? Because when God deal with you, man, He put you in the fire, man. And Lord knows I've been on the fire for the last 5 years. Yeah, I had a lot of shit to burn off. I'm keeping it real, man. If Coach Eddie in here, he understand what I'm talking about, man. You know what I mean? God, he treats you like gold. I use that analogy because, like I said, I went to jeweler school, and when they're making gold, man, they'll keep putting it in the fire. They'll keep putting it in the fire to burn off the dross and all the impurities and everything, and get it to a level where it's at its purity, where it'd be 10 karat, 14, 18, 24, whatever. And look, we the only country that be doing 10 and 14. Them other countries, man, they wouldn't dare wear 10 karat gold. They wouldn't dare wear 14. That's peasant gold. That's peasant gold. Yeah, yeah. You lucky to get, like, if you're over there in them Mid-Eastern countries, they're starting at 18, maybe. They wearing that pure gold, 24 and stuff like that. That soft gold. It's real soft. But 10 karat, that's peasant gold, man. And none of it's plum. What the hell is plum? That's the exact number. If you're in there, you'll ask a jeweler, is this plum gold? They probably don't even know what plum is. Half of the jewelers out there. Plum gold is the exact number of what it says. If it says 14 karat, 9 times out of 10, you're probably getting 12 karat. If it's 10 karat, you're probably getting 8 karat. But plum gold is the exact number. If it's 14, it's 14. And only a certain amount of wholesalers actually sell that. You know what I mean? My dad only brought my mom 22 karat or 24. Smart man. Exactly. He gave her the good stuff. Exactly. That low carat, man, that's peasant gold, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be truthfully honest, And yeah. Yeah, he gave her the good stuff. He definitely gave her the good stuff. He's giving her 22 and 24. She said rose gold and Albert chains. Okay, he was growing up nice. He said, JBT, allow me to talk to strangers online because I really don't like people. Can't stand nobody. Yeah, Remo funny acting anyway. One day you'll get a cool Remo, good Remo, and then the other day he is so I can't think of the name of, but I love the kid, man. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to learn people, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm the same way. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's so funny that Remo said that. I like helping, but I don't like people. How does that work? How does that work? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a people person. I'm gonna be truthfully honest. Hey, Define Irony, what up? But online, I love my people online. I'm gonna be truthfully honest, man. I feel though that the hangout is where you get the people that just tired of the BS of boxing, and so it's a small number. A lot of people like that rah rah and that the messiness of boxing. You know what I mean? I can't stand the arguments of boxing. You dig? I can't stand the arguments of boxing. I don't want to be part of it. You dig? I can't stand the belittlement of boxing. You know what I mean? Just because your guy, this guy, you know what I mean? Your guy better than my guy. I just can't stand none of that. But that's what actually sells in boxing. The cussing out of your fans and the back and forth, man. People want to, they want to get their popcorn and I'm not coming against none of them channels. So what I did is I developed my own lane. And that's why I say, if you're in the hangout, you're not here by happenstance. I feel though that you're divinely appointed to be in the hangout, man. And it's a slim number. It's a concentrated number because we're a bunch of like-minded people. When I say that, I mean that, man. It's like even when we did the meet and greets, man, you got a bunch of people, man, that don't even know each other, that meet up in a place, man, and spend the night and chill out and eat good and go to the fight and don't rub any of each other wrong. Go to sleep and don't worry about anybody doing anything to you because we're so much like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel though that when you sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, you'll end up in the hangout, Jack. And that's what I truly believe, man. We're a concentrated number of people that's tired of the BS of boxing. You know what I mean? All we want to do, and we're degenerates, man. We love this sport of boxing. We love the hell out of this sport of boxing, man. And that's why we up at 8 o'clock in the morning to talk about it. Keep in mind now, it's 8 in the morning. You know what I mean? First thing we're thinking about is boxing. I remember every morning I would get up, say something to God first, not all the time, because I don't want to be lying. The next thing I would do is go to boxingsing.com because I wanted to know what's happening in the world of boxing. I'm telling you why I started this. That's why, yeah, every morning I wanted to know what's happening in the world of boxing. Then I found Boxing Scene 24. I mean, Boxing News 24. Between those two, I can learn everything in boxing, or I can go to YouTube and put in boxing news and learn. And that's why I do the show. That's why I do what's happening in the world of boxing. I try to get everything that's happening that's meaning anything in boxing and give that news to you all and send you on your way, so you're well equipped when you are in some of these other channels. You know what I mean? You're already abreast of what's going on in the world of boxing, man. So that's why I started this channel, man, and I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we are a slim number. I know I have a big following number, and that's because of shorts. You know, I mean, I done put out some shorts, man, that did over 7 million views. And with all those views, you get people that want more shorts. So that's why I got over 52,000 followers. You did. But they're not in the hangout because they got short attention spans. They want shorts. They don't want. I stopped putting out shorts for a long time because I didn't want my numbers to keep going up like that. You did. But it doesn't actually show in my lives, you know what I mean? But now I don't even give a damn, you know what I mean? I put the shorts out, you know what I mean? People love the shorts, you know, when the numbers started moving again. As soon as I started putting them shorts out. So if you're a channel and you want to grow your channel, if you want to get more numbers, if you're a numbers person, put out shorts, man, and trust and believe. And some of them shorts will pay you. I mean, you got to get a lot of views to make some money. But I done had shorts, 30-second shorts that made me $300. You know what I mean? And I had shorts that made, you know, that could have made that one that did 7.6 million. They blocked it and made it a where because it was a fighting video. It was a street fight. It was a street fight, and YouTube doesn't get behind stuff like that. So they didn't allow me to get full monetization from it. But that one that did 7 million views, I would have got about $600-700 for that one. You know, maybe even 1,000. I don't know. But yeah, that's just pretty much how it works, man. You get paid off of views. You know what I mean? Per 1,000. So, you know, I'm just shooting some game to you all. You know, you get paid per 1,000 views. So let's say you put a video out and that video does 1,000 views. You might make it depending on what they're paying for. So you might get paid $5 per 1,000 views. So to make some money, you got to get 10,000 views to make $50. Yeah, it's a heavy game, man, but that's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is. Now, some advertisers might pay 8, 10, or 12, but boxing and sport, these is the lowest amounts that they pay you. You know what I mean? Now, if you're doing like cameras or tech stuff, you might get paid $12 to $15 per 1,000. Yeah, you might get $10, $12 per 1,000. You know what I mean? So let's say you get 8,000 views or 60,000 views. So now there's 60,000 times 12. You know what I mean? I done had videos regular videos, that's 3 minutes or more, that did over, I think my biggest video and I wasn't monetized, was a video with Boots Pops Bozy. That video did over 100,000 views, and I wasn't monetized yet. But the beautiful thing is that video helped me become monetized, because you needed 1,000 people following you to get monetized, plus 4,000 hours. So Boots' dad video that I did, which I think did 129,000 views. But imagine if I was monetized and that 129,000 was times $7. I'd have made some bread. I was working for Fight Hype when I first started, and I did a tank video for them that ended up doing 1 million views. I'm not going to talk about what happened on that, because I don't put out bad bones out on people, but it was some bad bones with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I actually really stopped and started really doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, man. But it's to the point now, man, that I just enjoy what I enjoy doing. And there it is. All right, y'all, let's get with what's happening with the world of boxing, because I got to get out of here, man. Let's find out what's happening with the world of boxing, and then I got to go work, y'all. Big Head Bradley, what you guys say? Floyd is one of the greatest ever, but if we're talking about prime versus prime, turns Bud Crawford beats him. Crawford just has too many advantages: longer reach, more power, more strength, and he just is. How many of y'all agree? How many of y'all agree? And this is the conversation that's been buzzing in boxing everywhere ever since the master class that Budrick put on Canelo. The talk now is, who's the best, him or Floyd prime for prime? Keep in mind now, hold it. When Bud was 29, 28, 29, because that's damn near 10 years ago. And if he had fought Floyd, I don't think no. I don't think he would have beat Floyd back then. Because his prime came later. Bud prime came later. When he was 28 or 29, Bud might have been still in the 140 division, right? He might have been in the 140 division. Jay, do you give Thurman a chance versus Giraffe? Anybody has a chance, because he has a boxing chance. Boxing Jaguar said you don't have to throw one fighter under the bus to acknowledge another one. I agree. Both of them are great, and I'm not throwing them on. If you're referring that to me, I'm not throwing them underneath the bus. But I feel though that at that particular time, Crawford had not got into his prime when he was 28, because I consider prime is at age 28 or 29. Okay. I don't feel though that Bud has stepped into his bestness yet at age 28. Okay, thank you, Boxing Jaguar. But I didn't think that Bud has stepped into his prime. But let me tell you something. If you Bud with the IQ that Bud has now, and put him into the physicalities and everything of 32, because he was something else at 32, man. That's man. I'm glad we'll never find out. We'll never know. How about that? We'll never know, y'all. We'll never know. We'll never know, man. You know what I mean? That's just like they did the same thing with Ali and Mike Tyson. This is not the first time I've heard this. It's definitely not going to be the last time I heard that. But let's just love them and respect them for who they are and the entertainment that they've brought us. So, yeah, I agree with Boxing Jaguar, man. We don't know. We don't know. I mean, but where I was going at it with is that prime for prime is, I believe prime is 28, 29 years old. That Floyd, man, good Lord. And that was Pretty Boy. Ooh, Lord. That would have been a hellacious fight. Pretty Boy, good Lord. Was he Pretty Boy at 28, 29 years old? Yeah, I think he wasn't money yet, was he? I'm gonna tell you, I'm a big Pretty Boy fan. That's Pretty Boy is the one that made me a. I'm a Floyd guy. Well, I don't know if y'all know that, but let the record state, inside the ring, I want y'all to have understanding of what I'm saying. Inside the ring, I'm a Floyd guy. I don't think it's nobody he can't figure out. Nobody. What I love about Floyd the most is his poise. He never gets anxious. And as the words say, don't get anxious for nothing. Don't panic. Floyd never panicked in the ring. Even when it looked like he was about to get the snot beat out of him when he fought Marcus Madonna, he took his time. He made adjustment. That word right there, making adjustments, man. I really say that Floyd exhibit that the most. Most people cannot make an adjustment in the middle of a fight like Floyd can. Floyd can make an adjustment just like that and change everything that he's doing in the ring at that point to adapt to what you're doing. And what I used to love about him the most, and a saying that he used to say all the time is, whatever you do good, I'm going to take that away from you. I.e., Oscar De La Hoya was beating Floyd with the jab. Floyd took the jab away from Oscar, and after that, it was all downhill. Floyd figures out how to take your best weapon from you, and after that, it's over with. Yeah. Floyd, I'm going to tell you, I got to give Floyd his credit, man. Got to give him his credit. Cut Creator said Bud also can make adjustments on the fly. Yeah, not saying that Bud couldn't at all. I just hadn't got the Bud yet. I'm speaking about Floyd right now. You did. When it came to Bud, man, Bud took his time in the first couple of rounds to download what you got going on. I remember, that Drunken Master fight was something else. Floyd said that was the toughest fight of his life against the Drunken Master. And Drunken Master lost plenty of fights. I'm all Floyd, man. You know what I mean? He was one of the best in boxing, and he is in my top 5. He's in my top 5, and I won't say who 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I won't say if he's won, but he's definitely in my top 3 now. Simple as that. And you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah, man. But just accept the greatness, man. Accept the greatness, man. And Bud said it the best. This is my era right now. This is the Bud era. Floyd had his era. And I like what Bud said. I did it my way. I didn't sell myself out. I didn't act like a buffoon. I didn't have to use different ploys and different antics for you to like me. I worked hard. I'm paraphrasing now, y'all. I worked hard. You know what I mean? And I won my fights. And that's what he did, man. And we can't be mad at him. We got to reverence him. We got to reverence him, man, because he a bad. I just wish it wasn't so late. But you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with getting your flowers on your way out the door. Yeah, because there's no fight for him now. We're going to throw different fighters at him. What was the last thing someone said? I think they might have said it today. Boots ain't talking about going to 160. Boots will come to 160. Don't think he won't. Boots listens to his father, and his father's a very smart man. He listens to Pops. Pops, no nonsense. Boots, Pops, no nonsense. I respect him. He a big homie to me. I respect that man wholeheartedly. He's no nonsense, and he's a master coach, man. Bozy no boxing, and Bozy will get in the ring with your young ass now and box your ears off. Still running over 5 miles every other day, in his 60s. Bad man, yeah, bad man, and he produced some bad men. You know what I mean? So hats off to Bozy. Man, I got work to do, man. You know what I mean? I got another job. What's next, man? What's this right here? Number of world champion fighters beat. Floyd beat 23 world champions. Manny Pacquiao beat 21 world champions. Canelo Alvarez beat 21 world champions. Inoue has beaten 16 world champions. There you have it, man. Floyd leads in that. Benavidez, Boots, Virgil, and Ben. I've been hearing everything. Yeah. How about that? Here's a fight that's coming. Schofield and Diaz. Schofield and Diaz. 10-round lightweight bout. All right, make sure y'all govern yourselves accordingly to check that out. What else we got, y'all? WBC interim junior middleweight champion Virgil Ortiz Jr. said I'll fight him right now at 160. I'm a big 154. I always said that I'll go to 160 eventually. Yeah, well, it's a big money fight, so why not? And he's a gladiator. He's a rumbler. So I believe he means that. He want that bud work. He want that boots work. He want all that type of work. He got that Mexico machismo, man. And he ain't afraid of nobody, and he will fight. I ran back the Canelo versus Mayweather fight Saturday, and I think he did it better. Okay, there it is. Hey, Mayweather went. I was at that fight. I was there. And man, it was a masterclass. Floyd did a masterclass. Floyd didn't get one hand put on him. Floyd was playing chess. Canelo was playing checkers. And it looked like he had just learned the game. It is what it is, man. I witnessed it. So look. I had to catch the red eye back, man. Good morning, William Old School. What's up, man? I had to catch the red eye back. So I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. I had to catch the red eye back, and that's the 12 o'clock flight. You know what I mean? It was the 12 o'clock flight. I can't remember, but I know it was the last thing smoking out of Vegas. So I'm leaving out soon as the fight was over, and they said that Floyd won. I was running out, and they have this red carpet, right? They got this red carpet. So as I'm walking on the red carpet, on both sides, it's Mexican, Americanos, whatever, and they all got these red bandanas, man. And I'm going down some of y'all heard this story. I'm going down the red carpet, and I'm talking mad shiznick, y'all. Floyd just whipped his masterclass. Floyd whipped that boy ass. And all the Mexicans are just looking at me all crazy. Then it dawned to me, Jay, shut up before somebody sucker punch you on this red carpet, man, talking all this smack. And I shut up. I shut up. I ain't gonna lie. I kept it quiet. I said, yeah, Floyd won, man. But for the first, I'm skipping, whatever, man. I'm all just out thereism, you did. But then reality kicked in and said, Jay, shut up before one of these drunk Mexicans mess around and lay your ass out, man. So I shut up, and I shut up, and I got on down the yellow brick road, y'all. It was red brick road at that time. For sure. I shut up, man. But that was funny, man. That was definitely funny. What else we got, y'all? Adamas versus Janabek. Unification almost done to lure a Crawford fight. Woo! Both of them boys punching, man. Man, Adamas versus Janabek. Woo, Lord. I think whoever lands clean first wins. Yeah, whoever leans first wins that one, man. I believe. I believe that's a good fight, man. Woo! I forgot about them two thumpers at 160. Two thumpers. What's next, man? Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. There ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me. Yeah, Floyd and Budrick was out skating, man. You dig, like that polo sweatsuit Budrick wearing there. You know, shout out to Ralph. Still trying to get my Ralph what you call him. You dig? I'm trying to get there to sponsor me. You dig? Being though I wear enough of that stuff. But that's all right. I'm working on my own thing. Did it. You know what I mean? Sponsor myself. You did for sure. But yeah, man. Let's just appreciate them, man. It's something crazy. I seen. I don't know how true it is. Hold on one sec, but this is not it. But let's keep it moving. He'll fold like the rest. David Benavidez targets turns Crawford confidence. His pressure is unbeatable. They talking cash trash, man. They talking cash trash. I'm talking about the Benavidez's. And this boxing, they supposed to, man. You gotta sell tickets. You gotta, and trust me, people want to see that fight just like how they wanted to see Benavidez versus Canelo. And see, the Benavidez they seen it first. They knew they could beat Canelo. Canelo knew the Benavidez could beat them. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they never got the fight. Now, that's my opinion, nation, on that. Opinionment. You did that Canelo knew that he couldn't beat that young boy. You know, he talking about he too big, but yeah, you'd have been up in 75 and everything before. You did. So that's poppycock. I'm not taking that at all. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, for sure. But they seen something early. They knew they could get him. Now they talking. Hey, okay. But if Bud was to fight the Benavidez, bring him down to 68 and weight cap his ass. Yeah, weight cap him. That's what I do. If the shit hit the get him up to 168 and you can't make more than 78 the night of the fight. Or the morning of the fight. Because that's how they do it, the morning of the fight. You know what I mean? So, that's the only way I do it, man. Because I'm not getting in there and you're gonna mess around and be 210 night of the fight. Talking about the locomotives moving at 100 miles an hour. That's a complete run over, man. And that's just my opinion on that, man. What y'all saying in the chat? I got Adamas. Yeah, Adamas punching, man. Good Lord. I interviewed him. He's a pretty cool guy. Yes, indeed. All right, let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. What we got here is this. Okay, we just did that one. With brittle hands, a concerned Shakur Stevenson plans 2026 bout against the Teofimo Lopez remains uncertain. Well, no problem with his hands on his last fight. I ain't see no problem with the hands. You know what I mean? It's a problem too. It's a problem, man. Let's get this fight going on. I don't want to hear none of that. I didn't see any problem with his hands. I like the performance that Shakur just recently did. It was a nice performance. He showed us grit. He showed us rumbling. He showed us IQ. He showed us everything, man. So stop giving Shakur such a bad rap, man. These writers, man. Oh my goodness, they're horrible. Let me find out I got started writing too. Let me start writing too. I already got me an editor, man. Yes, indeed, my sis over in Chicago, man. She wrote books and everything. And anytime I write something, I send it to her because my run on sentences and putting punctuations in the wrong place and everything. She get me right, man. It's my sis Carolyn. So yeah, 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 yeah. But it is what it is, man. Yeah, I used to write though. I did used to write at one time, man. I got a few published words, a few published words in boxing. What's next? Terrence Crawford officially vacates WBA belt, handing the title to a Bass Barrow, focusing on 168 rank. Who that guy? Crawford just gave the title to his uncle, man. Boxing results, because Lazo and Fundora secured the TKO victories in the headline bouts at Fantasy Springs Casino. Yeah, that was good boxing this weekend, man. Good boxing. I actually turned it on for Fundora's sister, man. I think that's his little sister. Yeah, did. But yeah, I put it on because I love her aggression, man. She is not to be played with. She is putting hands and feet on people, man. Yeah, yeah, she putting hands and feet on people. You better believe it. What's next? Ryan Garcia blueprint a four-fighter hit list to maximize power, prestige, and profit. Oh, really? But here's this four-fight hit list. Teofimo Lopez, Javante Davis rematch, Shakur Stevenson, and Terrence Crawford. That is Ryan Garcia hit list. You see, what you call him that on that list? The guy that just beat his ass. The guy that beat his ass is not on that list. And I really think that what you call him is Ryan Garcia's Vern Forrest. It's just that one guy you just can't beat. Because I heard that Roley was whipping his ass in sparring too. So he might be Ryan's Achilles heel. And he says, you know what? I'm just not messing with that guy, man. He make my money come down. So I'm going to stay out for a minute and then I'll be back. And I start talking some smack and fight some of these names, man, that I can make some bread with, man. Because that's what it's all about with Ryan. He's about that do re mi fo sol la ti. He has a amazing following, and so far his name ain't totally smeared, so he still can make some bread. He just got to win a fight. He got to win a fight to get him back on the what you call him. You know what I mean? So Devin ain't on that list either, is he? Let's go back. Haney ain't on that list either. How about that? You know, that's the fight I think you should do first to see if you can get things talking again. Floyd Schofield, Joseph Diaz officially set at co-feature for Virgil Ortiz, Junior Erickson Lubin fight November the 8th. Make sure y'all govern yourselves accordingly. Next, Stevenson predicts a pay-per-view gold mine for potential 2026 Teofimo Lopez. I disagree. I don't think that fight's a gold mine. Pay-per-view is on its way out the door. Everybody's streaming. You dig? You better get down with Netflix or one of these local channels, or your name is going to be mud. Moving on. David Benavidez, the new face of boxing after Canelo falls? Poppycock. He is not the new face of boxing, man. That must have been a Mexican guy that wrote that, Jack. He is definitely not the face of boxing, man. Maybe they're looking at it from a purist point, man. Maybe that's how he's looking at it. You dig? But no, Bud's the face of boxing, man. And that's not even money-wise. You know what I mean? Because we don't know if Bud's going to sell like that. You know, when it calls the face of boxing, man, it's not just because you're the baddest. Okay? Not just, you gotta have that Quan. I get that from that movie, Show Me the Money. You gotta have that Quan, man. You gotta have the charisma. You have to have you gotta talk a certain way. You got to man, you know what I mean? It's certain ways, man, you know. But when Canelo started speaking English, it was over, Jack. Yeah, he was sellable. He was sellable. Payday. I know. You dig? He was sellable. So it ain't just that you can punch a man down. It ain't just that, man. It's a couple of things, and everybody thing ain't the same thing. Let me say that, okay? Everybody thing ain't the same thing. Mayweather, people just hated Mayweather because he was so boisterous, and they paid to see him get beat, and that didn't happen. So he had the people that liked him and the people that didn't like him that was paying for his fights. Canelo, first of all, who runs boxing? Mexicans, Jack. Simple. The Latino community. Let me just say Latino community. That's why the biggest boxing days are on Mexican holidays. Okay? They run boxing, Jack. They are the ones that spend money to watch fights. Okay? So he had that. He got countries behind him, man. You know what I mean? So that makes him huge already. Okay? Come on now. It's different things that make you the face of boxing. Okay? It is. Oscar had the Mexican Latino community. He did. Muhammad Ali, the mouth from the South, man. They wanted to see him lose just as much as they wanted to see him win. You did. Sugar Ray Leonard, pretty. He was a pretty boy that could fight, man. You know what I mean? And he was knocking cats out, man. You did. The women loved him. So the women came to the fights, which brought the men. Come on, let's keep it 100, man. It's always a reason why you're that guy. All of them are not the same. All of them are not the same, but you got to have that je ne sais quoi to be that face about Tank. You know what I mean? The women love him. You know what I mean? He knocked cats out. Knockouts get you that money. Yes, indeedy, man. Little red kid. Women love him. You know, Mike Tyson knocked cats out and just was treacherous, man. So it's different reasons and different whys of why people are the face of boxing. And I don't see David Benavidez having that mixture that makes you, well, who knows? Yeah, he will have the Latino community behind him if he get the right fight. That's another thing, man. You got to get that. You got to get that torch, man. Floyd got the torch from Oscar, that payday torch. Bud just got it from Canelo, but will it translate into the pay? You know what I'm saying? Box offices. Will it? We don't know yet. That's something we're gonna have to find out. You know what I mean? But at least Bud is more out there now. He's in the public. He's doing promos. He's doing all those things, and he's just Bud. You know what I mean? What you call him said it the funniest, man. $1 million worth of game. What's his name? It's Gilly and Wallow. Okay, Wallow said, when you see Bud, he looked like a mechanic that drink Budweiser. You did. That was so funny. Meaning that he is the what you call him? What is it called, man? Work class type of guy, man. Work class guy. He's the every guy's man's man, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see if Bud can be that face of boxing, man, or will Tank be that guy? Will Tank be that guy? To be truthfully honest, none of them are the face of boxing. To be truthfully honest, I hate to say it, but Jake Paul is the face of boxing. If I hate to say it, Jake Paul is the face of boxing. That's where the payday is, unfortunately. I digress. Damn, Jay, why you say that? You know why I said that. That's it, man. It's 10:17. I did overtime today, man. I appreciate Lottie, Dottie, and everybody, man. Let me check the chat real quick and say whatever anybody had to say. B3 Picks in the building. What's up, B3 Picks? Salute. Good morning to Jay in the hangout. I'm driving right now. My big homie in the building, Bruce Gas, Boxer Jazz, and more is in the building. Salute to the big homie. Wim Old School. Salute to you. Yeah. Boxing Jaguar, Jerry Maguire. Yes, Lord. Yes. Are you my Quan? I love that movie, man. I love what you call him, man. That's my guy. He been in a lot of hot water lately for being a freak. What's his name, man? The black guy, I can't think of him. He played radio and everything. I can't think of names. I know I'm bad with names. Somebody help me. But yeah, that's my guy. I like his acting, man. I like his enthusiasm. You dig? I love his movies, man. So shout out to him. I can't think of his name right now, but that's no hit against him. I just can't remember nobody's name. But I love that movie, man. Show me the money. Yes, indeed. He has a brother too that acts too. That played in some of those gangster movies and stuff that they got out there. All right, y'all. But yeah, that's it, man. That's all I got for you, man. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me today, man. We went a little bit everywhere. We definitely hung out today, man. We talked about boxing this weekend. We talked about upcoming fights. I took you down the streets of DC for a minute. You know what I mean? We talked about tennis shoes, and then we got into what's happening in the world of boxing. I definitely think that we definitely had a grand day of hangoutism. But other than that, man, it's your boy Jay Hardcore. Salute to my watchers right now, my mighty voyeurs, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, man. And shout out to the playback community as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The Cash App does work. The Super Chat does work, even though we didn't see them. But they do work, man, and it's never too late to send a little bread, man, and I will appreciate it. Other than that, it's your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News, and I'm out of here. Peace. How you turn this damn thing on? And we out. Peace.